Hello everyone, Finkles here, and today we got a really interesting topic. And for this topic, I'm gonna really need you to be open-minded. I know it will sound crazy, it will sound like I'm just a lunatic saying some words in a stroke, but I'm pretty sure it does make some sort of sense. So I really want to propose this to the table because I also haven't seen other people saying anything about this, because I think we're all so programmed into thinking something about the Mario Kart franchise that we don't even realize that it has a lot of potential, and it could be the thing that makes Nintendo go even bigger than it is. And it's possible, because I know you will say, of course not, of course Nintendo is as big as it will get. Well, I think there is a game that could actually make them way bigger. And in order to speak about this, I would really like you to know that it's something very out of the box, something very drastic even, if you want to consider that. But I really want to, first of all, put an example in your head, okay? Do you remember the era where Nintendo used to have both a handheld console and a home console? And we thought it could never change, right? We got the Nintendo DS, then we got the Wii, then we got the 3DS, and we got the Wii U. And at that point we thought, well, it's going to keep being that way all the time. But I remember when they said, now we got the Nintendo Switch, and so the production teams of both consoles will merge and they will be focusing on just one console, which is a genius move, because that will allow us to not try to sell two consoles but rather one, and put all of our eggs in just one single basket. And now I don't think we can imagine they going back to having two different consoles. And I promise this is important, stick with me because you will absolutely love this idea, but I'm preparing you for the idea because it is like a bucket with cold water that I'm gonna be throwing to you. I'm sorry. Somebody has to do it, man, and I know I will sound absolutely crazy right now, but I'm fine because I know that at some point even Nintendo will realize that this is the idea that they need. Even I know the comments will be calling me absolutely crazy, but I am pretty sure that this is going to happen. Please trust me, guys. So let's continue. Basically they said, okay, so we got some important games like Mario Kart for the home consoles, and for the handheld consoles we got Pokemon. So what if we just combine all these fan bases into one single console? I think sometimes people downplay the importance that this move had on the Switch success, because let's think about it. It was absolutely crazy that Nintendo was trying to promote two different consoles. Of course now we see that, and in retrospect it made sense, right? The home consoles would be really powerful and the handhelds would be kind of weak, but that made sense back in the day. Now you can put a lot of power into something really small. So Nintendo realized that and went, okay, now there's not the limitation for this. Now we can make a console that is both portable and home console, so it's powerful and you can take it anywhere, and it's gonna be it's gonna be the Switch. It was a genius idea, right? But if somebody would have said that before it happened, everybody would have been like, no, of course Nintendo is not going to unite both the handheld and the home console things, because those are two different products that appeal to different people, so there's no point in making them just one single console. So with that in mind, I really encourage you to open your mind and think outside of the box, because yeah, this will sound very weird, but I think we might be onto something here. I think the logical and natural evolution of Mario Kart will be something like GTA Mario. Yes, I know, I understand, yeah, you know, laugh, have a laugh, okay? This will be the only 10 seconds that I will allow you to make fun of me. Come on, go ahead, write in the comments, you're crazy, just stop with this video, what are you even on about? All these tomatoes that you guys are throwing at me, you know what, I enjoy them, I have no problem with them. But now on a serious note, think about it though. Right now we got Mario Kart World, so that will be the Mario Kart game of the Switch 2 life. Like the whole Switch 2 era, whatever that might be. It might be 7 years, 8 years, we don't really know how long will the Switch 2 last, but we will of course just get one Mario Kart, we will not get several of them. We might get some DLC, I think it's very likely that we're gonna get it, but other than that, no more Mario Kart games in the next 7 years, that's almost guaranteed. But the next console, let's just call it the Switch 3. We don't know if it's gonna be called that, we don't care right now because it's really far away from us, will eventually be revealed. And when we get the Switch 3, we will have not only a Mario Kart, but a GTA Mario. Of course, it's not gonna be branded GTA, but what I'm speaking about is about a more rounded Mario experience, you know? So imagine combining 3D Mario and also combining Mario Kart. So imagine like Mario Odyssey, but sometimes you can go on a kart and have a race, something in that vein. I think the easiest way that I can explain this as is GTA Mario. Imagine that you're in a city and you have a lot of missions, a lot of different things to do, a lot of platforming to do, a lot of mysteries to uncover. So that would satisfy the 3D Mario adventure urge. And then you can also go from one city to another, and in that moment you can actually play something like Mario Kart. Now, of course, what I have in my mind is very underdeveloped. I'm just right now thinking like a caveman of what I would like. I'm not really thinking about how the game would actually work, because of course what I'm saying would not work for a Mario game, but you have to come up with those things that tie these two formats together. And one of the reasons that I believe something like this would happen is because also we have to think of a bigger picture, okay? I think Nintendo is realizing that a lot of the future of gaming will be very social. They are already implementing a camera that you can do voice chat, and also you can show your face to your friends on the Switch too, right? So if this is anything to go by, then I think the next console is gonna be even more social. And that would make a lot of sense to have an adventure like that from Mario that connects both things, the 3D adventures in the style of Mario 64 and also the kart part of Mario Kart. Now, how are they going to do it? Well, if you guys want to discuss the specifics of it, then yeah, definitely we could make a video about that, because right now my idea is very paleolithical. It does not have legs to stand on, but just want to throw the concept on the internet because I think something like this has to happen. And also during the Switch 2 Live, we will see how GTA 6 releases. So that will be probably 2026, 2027, whatever it is. And they will see the success. This game will be as successful as no game has ever been, not even GTA 5. So this is going to be the hugest game, and Nintendo will want a piece of that cake. Right now, maybe there's not the urge to do that from Nintendo's part, but I guarantee to you, they will want a piece of that cake. Also, I think the future of gaming will be more about offering you an escape from the real world, so you can go into this fantastic world, and it has always been like that, right? Even Mario 64 kind of offered, okay, this is this fantastic world that you can explore, but as technology has advanced, I think they will try to make something more immersive. Now, I'm absolutely not speaking about VR, I don't care about VR, I would never play that if it's VR. All I'm saying is they will want to make a more rounder world for Mario, you know? So it's not like Mario Odyssey where, yeah, you are in one place and then now you teleport and you're in another or something like that. It would be more like, okay, you're in this world and you can go to this other part, you know? More like an open world type of Mario. I know it sounds ridiculous to say because we have never had a precedent for an open world Mario. But yeah, that's genius. Think of it that way. An open world Mario. Imagine the possibilities with that. Just imagine even the sales that would generate. They would be off charts. Now, how to go about it? That's a whole different discussion, because I'm pretty sure that would be very difficult, because Nintendo would not allow a mainline Mario game to just be boring. You cannot just go to a place and it's not very curated so that you have fun in it. So in terms of the map, I don't think it would be something huge. It would not be GTA 5 even. I think it would be something way smaller. But maybe that's just the first iteration of the game, right? Maybe if they see that it is the best, the most successful Mario game ever, they will be, okay, now let's do an even grander version of this. I think the most valid counter-argument that I can generate right now against this is, well, of course they would really love to have both cakes of the 3D Mario adventures, so like the Mario Odyssey 2 and then Mario Kart World, so they have two games to sell rather than just one, and that makes a lot of sense. I would actually say, yeah, they will never try to make those come together because they can sell two games, why would they sell one? but also think of the huge phenomenon that it could be. I think way more people would love to play a full open world Mario. And don't get me wrong with this, I think we are going to get Mario Odyssey 2, absolutely, or a new 3D Mario. I think we're gonna get it, and we'll still get some things for the Switch 2, but maybe for the Switch 3, and having analyzed the success of GTA 6, which will absolutely be the most successful game ever, maybe then they say, okay, you know what, it's time to take our biggest boy Mario into the adventure of his life. I don't know, I just wanted to explore a little bit the idea. I would really love, I mean, if you guys are interested, we could make a video discussing ideas about it. Maybe leave some ideas that you have for a GTA Mario down in the comments and we can discuss them. Of course, I will credit you with your ideas, and that could be really fun. But yeah, let me know, you think it's possible? Do you see it at all? Maybe digest the idea for a few weeks and you'll be like, you know what, it makes sense. This is one of those things where it's like, yeah, I understand that we've always gotten a 3D adventure and then also the Mario Kart, so we cannot even fathom a world where those two merge, but something like that could happen along the way. We couldn't see it with the fusion of the home consoles and the handheld consoles, but it happens, so you never know, really. And yeah, just wanted to speak about this idea. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.